my name is Jeremy V, and this is the MXR Super Badass, and it is pretty badass. This is a 3-band EQ distortion pedal, and I'm going to run you through the entire thing as always. There is an output for your volume, distortion for how much gain you want, a bass for your bass, a mid for your mids, and treble for your highs. As always, I am playing my Gibson Flying V into my Fender Blues Jr, and I'm going to take you through the entire gain range of this pedal and what it can do. Alright, here's my clean sound. Alright, just all the way down and EQ straight up at 12. Kind of like a clean boost. Really kind of just adds a little bit of color to your sound. Alright, let's take it up just a little bit more. Now we're going to go into like crunch territory. Very nice and very creamy, actually. I really like that. So we're going to take it up just a little bit more. Already kind of brawling, very nasty already. It's actually pretty dramatic from that to this. I'm just going to hold the note and let it kind of ring out while I turn it up. So right there you can really hear there's a big dramatic gain increase, which is really nice. Very versatile already. So we're going to turn it up to about 12. And now we're going to start messing with some of the EQ. I'm going to roll out some of the mids. I'm going to turn up the bass a little bit so it's a little more low-endy, and I'm going to leave the treble right there. Very nice and rock and rolly. Alright, let's turn up the treble. Let's turn back the mids, and let's leave the bass right there. With hotter pickups like this, even at 12 o'clock, it's really distortion-y. It's actually pretty high gain at this point, especially with this kind of setting. So we're going to leave that right there, and I'm going to show you how responsive the mids are. It's really nice. So I'm actually going to turn it up, and now it's going to give me like this really nice, kind of honky kind of sound. That was pretty cool. Kind of sucks. But alright, let's turn down the bass so it's not so punchy in the face. Sorry. And let's turn that down to 12, around there. And let's turn the treble up. Let's make it nice and bright. let's turn some gain up. So now it's, yeah, as you can already tell, it was already really distorted. Now it's just going to turn up a lot of sustain. So we're going to turn the bright down, the treble down. We're going to turn the bass. Now let's turn the bass way up. So now it's going to be really low endy, and we're going to leave the mids right there. Very nice and brawly, very awesome. So let's turn the gain up just even a pinch more. Let's roll out some of the mids now. So let's give it a really nice heavy sound. So just kind of back it all the way off and scoop it. Pretty cool. Very, I wouldn't say muddy, very trashy, very kind of scoopy, very cool. Alright, I'm actually going to drop down a drop D. And let's just take the gain even more. Right around there. Now it's almost done. It's actually pretty extreme that I do have the bass all the way up like that, so I'm actually going to turn it down to right around there and play almost like the same thing. Just playing a lot of nonsense. Alright, and now we're just going to time the gain, and let's put everything back to 12, actually, and see how that sounds. Just everything straight up. Just for that good old classic rock and roll sound. Back to standard. And alright, I'm back in standard. Here we go. Let's see everything at these current settings. Let's see what I get. Very, very awesome. I really dig this thing. So one thing of note, when you scoop the mids all the way down and leave it just like that, those settings, MXR actually refers to this as the metal sound of this pedal, and here's just another example really quick. actually recommend this kind of metal sound to people who play like heavy martials, say like Iron Maiden, early Megadeth stuff, and early Metallica stuff, like Merciful Fate. If you want a more modern sound, especially with like a scoop and stuff like that, actual slightly more high gain even than this, I would actually recommend the MXR Full Bore Metal out over this, just because it has a couple more modern features for the modern metal player. However, this is still fantastic, and I would still recommend this pedal for anyone, really. So, let's just play a little bit more on some high gain stuff. Now we're going to really take the mids up, and let's take up the treble. This thing is fantastic. I'd give it nothing but glowing reviews. This thing is amazing for the price point that it's actually at. Especially, like, it's a 3-band EQ distortion pedal. And I may not be in the loop. The only other one I can really actually think of is the Angry Charlie version 3 by JHS Pedals. Sorry. And this one is pretty fantastic considering what it is. I'd love to A/B them between the two, the Angry Charlie. I know they're actually pretty similar, but the other one's like a little more beefy, I believe. But this one is fantastic. I'd love to find more 3-band EQ pedals, and the EQ section itself is fantastic. It's really nice. I don't know if it's passive or active. Active just kind of means like it's cuts or boosts each parameter that it says bass, mid to treble. I don't know. I don't really care because this thing is awesome. I really can't recommend this one enough. Please, I recommend you try it out. And I thank you for watching. As always, please rate, comment, subscribe. I can use all the feedback I can for sure get. And thank you. I've been Jeremy V. And please maybe subscribe and stay tuned for the next review. Thank you, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.